All right, these will be some over-the-counter plays in collaboration with NYC Stock Picks, and this one is going to be CS Diagnostics Corp, and this would be their 5-day. Their year, obviously, they're an over-the-counter micro penny. Well, I call them penny stock. And, all right, their claim to fame, they have two things: medical technology, infection control systems, oncology, radiotherapy solutions. And, wait, one of them, medical technology company developing solutions for hospital infection prevention and cancer treatment support. Two areas receiving sustained investment and regulatory attention. The company's portfolio, MEDUSA, a smart disinfectant system designed to modernize infection control protocols, and this, the CS-Protect Hydrogel, a tissue spacer aimed at protecting healthy organs during prostate cancer radiotherapy. That is definitely an interesting one. Wait, and then I plugged in their data through here. This is going to be a niche radiation oncology, a high-value, relatively low competitive market with precedents for major acquisitions. That could also be. And in March, they appointed Lackman Consultants, a reputable firm with expertise in FDA regulatory support, drugs, devices, and combination products. So this could be very interesting and similar to rectal spacers. I don't know what those things, I don't know. Successful ADA approval for CS-Protect could make CSDX an attractive buyout target in this space, potentially $406 million range based on those comps. Though exact value would depend on clinical data, market traction, other factors obviously. Current market cap, $60 million based on recent data, implying significant potential upside several times from the current levels. Financially, this is the other thing. They have a clean balance sheet. Total assets, $499.4 million, largely from intangible assets possibly accumulated. Total liabilities of just $1,609. Minimal accounts payable, no debt. Though cash is very low, $13. The company has modest revenues, relies on financing, shareholder support, and notes going concern risks tied to profitability and funding. But, well, these would be risk, people, but they could, this one could be interesting. And our next one, we also have the ADHC. This one is one, I'm holding this one. And we have, theirs is the GlucoGuard. And see, they just do these random shoots. But see, things could be heating up for them. They have the key catalyst, patent pending nocturnal glucose monitoring and management device, oral diabetes tool aimed at addressing hypoglycemia in diabetic patients, targeting the global market of 537 million diabetics. Submission for level 2 app integration via Dexcom's develop partner program. That's what else I like about them. They're working with Dexcom. FDA Breakthrough device application under review. Design work with San Diego-based bioscientists for the oral device. I think these guys could also be a nice, interesting over-the-counter penny play, people. Massive dilution risk. Obviously, these are all very risky, but they could have potentials for high rewards. All right, then we have ADMQ, ADM Endeavors. This is their 6th one, so you could say they're already down there. But what are they doing? They're an apparel, small cap company operating primarily through its own subsidiary, Just Right Products, which provides custom promotional projects, screen printing, embroidery, digital production, import, wholesale sourcing, uniforms. Business focuses on added value, reselling the schools, business, and individuals, mainly in Texas, with a recession-resistant customer base built since 2010. So they have been around, and their revenue, 2.205, driven by promotional uniform sales. Year to date, 9 months, 4.3 million. Down 3%. So net income of 216 in quarter 3 2025, up significantly from 126 year over year, contributing to year-to-date net income 250K, net loss in the prior year period. So these guys could be total assets 10 million, including property equipment growth from expansions, construction, liabilities 6.86. Stockholder equity, 3.3 million. Cash, 383. No major ongoing concerns noted. Well, that's always good. And also, this insider activity is certainly interesting. Mark Johnson aggressively buying shares with purchase total 180K from August to December 2025. Close to the mentioned 170, including larger blocks like 467K shares. So, a belief in their company, and this part is kind of interesting. Delivering the 2,000 custom hats to Lockheed Martin. I guess they're not a bad customer to have, even if you're selling them apparel. So ADMQ, speculative for sure, steady modest revenue from a niche apparel promotional, recent profitability, decent asset base, heavy CEO buying, and a high customer win that could drive visibility or contracts. So we shall see. Now this one's a Bitcoin related play, but I don't know what is going to happen with Bitcoin, because when Bitcoin is on an up, this guy would certainly be on an up too, BCBC. But right now on a down. And okay, they have these Bitcoin ATMs. And if they do it with other types of crypto, I mean, this isn't necessarily investing in Bitcoin, but obviously incredibly Bitcoin adjacent, Bitcoin dependent. Currently valued at 48 million market. What is it doing like that? Capitalization. Company describes itself as one of only 3 publicly traded Bitcoin ATM network owner operators, cited Texas crypto-friendly regulatory environment as a key factor in this expansion decision. So these guys, they do other things too, because they have the patent licensing related to digital asset activity. It owns 2 key patents covering Bitcoin kiosk ATM devices and systems. And the company received its first royalty payment in 2023 for an unnamed Bitcoin ATM operator under this program. And then this one announced the acquisition of 1,000 advanced Bitcoin kiosks from multiple operators. A correction to an early release. Deliveries have begun at warehouse locations, demonstrating starting in Q1, potentially any day as of February, the kiosk will undergo upgrades for compliance, security, user experience, and integrations. All deployed units will be licensed under the company's patents. Recent news also includes the plan to deploy 200 licensed ATMs in Texas starting in Q1. So, these ones, I don't know, people. This Bitcoin thing, I really think the files have given Bitcoin a bad rep. There's a lot of rumors circulating, but I do think that's how it would blow over. It appears to all be blowing over. Today is February 6th. Files came out Monday. Then things really got tricky yesterday, Thursday. So things seem to be coming back. But even if the Bitcoin, well, people still hold it. So I think this could be current market cap around 25 to 33 million. For recent data, positions as a speculative play on Bitcoin ATM, patent monetization, and potential crypto adoption catalysts. We do know that this administration really likes crypto. Then I have the 2 over-the-counter robotics plays that we like to talk about. You have AIBT, that one, 922 market cap per user. Recent data shows low valuation around less than $1 million. Robotics AI wellness company with partnerships including multi-year exclusive distribution deal with Keenan Robotics, which we like that because it's a major global leader. And we also would have the Robotics focus on AI humanoid related to tech companion robots. They're also going to have work in customer service jobs. Market cap 50-60. And wait, if we look at our and then here's going to be XBOTF. There are your people, XBOTF. I know they can get up again. And this one, Ericsson deploys real robotics humanoid workforce and visitor engagement. That she'll be working. And they had also made a cash announcement. They sold this tokens.com domain to Bed Bath & Beyond for $2.45 million. So this wasn't one of their current assets. It's just something they had. That's a nice thing, I think. And if we remember, AIBT has that deal. Well, this one, their LOI to acquire Google partner NovaCare Labs, because they are trying to do things in Jamaica. Jamaica-based Google partner specializing in immersion technology, cloud-based digital transformation, proprietary AI tools. So that's one of their ones. And of course, the Keenan. So we could see, what is this? Move signals aggressive international growth beyond prior Israel-Middle East focus. Robot shipments to Israel post-2025 announcements. Partnerships like Cannibal Food Tech. What? Cannibal? That's not a good name for a food company. But anyways, NovaCore brings established Google certification local contracts and Caribbean access, potentially opening revenue streams in high-growth emerging markets. I think AIBT could be an interesting one there, people. I do like Aria and XBOTF. I think that one, either one, the price is low, clearly. And robotics is most definitely the push. Our administration is definitely pushing for robotics, and they are very pro humanoid robot if they are coming.